Hey, in this video we're going to talk about the 10 most common studio website mistakes. Hopefully you haven't made all 10, but we'll go through them and I think you'll find this really helpful. The reason I wanted to do this video is also to promote something that you need to be aware of in our BAM Squad library, our Build a Music School community. We've just added this incredible new course. You can grab it free down below, and it's called Winning Websites for Music Schools. And what we've done in this is not just taken everything we've learnt in building a great website, but we've researched hundreds of music school websites and collated a course which is basically like, what does it really mean to have a winning website, so that you stand up above the crowd and you become the go-to place everyone wants to learn with. And so you can grab that, check it out. If you haven't had a free trial of our membership, you need to check it out. What are you doing? Come on, sort it out. But today we're going to check out 10 most common studio website mistakes. There's some doozies in here, so grab a pen and paper, even pull your website up next to it to check off the list to make sure these aren't things that you've done wrong. We're going to go real quick, all right? Here we go. Number one is crappy design. Really common to have really ugly old school designs. There's no excuses now with things like Wix, Squarespace, WordPress. There's so many amazing, beautiful templates that you can use very easily yourself. You don't need to have something that looks like it's been done by a volunteer by the PTA board. No excuses. Number two is bad CTAs. That means call to action. So you need to have a strong call to action on your website. So a bad variation could be having no call to action, no clear decision or action you want people to take. Could be having way too many buttons, people are overwhelmed. Another one could be like you don't have a call to action above the fold, which is the top part before people scroll down. You need to have a really strong call to action, and don't make it a lame one like give us a ring. That's a dumb one. You want some sort of action like download a free info pack or get playing today or something like that. Next one is putting art over SEO. Having a real arty-farty website which is just over the top beautiful, but you're sacrificing SEO, which means search engine optimization. It is important. It's got to be functional. You want that website to rank number one. If you're teaching guitar lessons, you want to show up number one in your area for guitar lessons. So yes, your website can look beautiful. We don't want bad designs. We don't want it to look like we've had it done from someone on like Upwork or Fiverr for $5. But we don't want to sacrifice the SEO portion, making sure that we rank as a website over the arty design. Next one, unclear messaging. This is really common. People just having a brain fart of ideas around their studio and what they do, and you need to have a really clear message and be telling the story, making it easy. When you go to a shop, you talk with someone that's selling you something, and they just make it so difficult. It really sucks, and it's just actually enjoyable to be sold something by someone who's a good salesperson. So make sure your messaging is clear and it all flows nicely. Next one is being me-focused, talking all about like in our research through these hundreds of studio websites. There's websites where they're like, we are the best place to learn. We are like we've won the most awards. We have done the most things. We are the best. No one does it like us. That's just BS. That's rubbish. Don't be me-focused. You want to know a successful tip that helped us grow from 30 to 2,000 students? You make the customer the hero, as Donald Miller would call it in his book, Story Brand. You want to make sure that the customer feels like the hero. So all your messaging on your website needs to be hinting at this is about what the customer can get out of it if they come and learn with you, not about how great you are. So there's that. Building on from that, here's a shocking one: lying, or just telling like things that you can't really measure that aren't true. So things that are like, we are the best place to learn. We have the best teachers. Well, that's so subjective. How do you know you're the best? What do you mean you're the best? You're the best for every single person in your whole city. Well, is it possible that someone else could actually do better at another school? Of course they could. How do you know you're the biggest exactly? Like all those sorts of things, those big bold claims, we're the best or we have the best teachers. Have you employed every teacher? Have you gone and had lessons for years with all those teachers? No, you're lying, and it's just dishonest, and you just come off looking like an idiot. So don't do that. If you've got that on your website, no one cares about that. Make it all about the customer and what you can do for them. Next is MVP, minimal viable product. For this, there's a lot of people that will spend way too much time on a website trying to get it perfected, and this one's sort of a bit of outside the box from the other examples I'm giving. But if you spend, let's say, to build a great website, it might take you 20 hours or 30 hours, whatever it might be for you. You might spend 30 hours getting it to like a 7 out of 10, right? And that's going to be great. You're going to tick off all the basics, especially if you go through like the Winning Website course down below. Grab it free with a free trial and speed up that whole process to audit your website or to create it from scratch. Let's say it's going to take you 30 hours and you get it to a 7 out of 10. That's great. A lot of people will spend like another 30 hours and they're not going to get it from a 7 out of 10 to a 14 out of 10. They're going to get it from a 7 out of 10 to an 8 out of 10. And so just spending way too much time on things that don't actually matter can be a trap that many people get into. And sometimes you can spend way too much time and you actually just ruin the thing. So there's another interesting one. 2 to go. This one here, being process focused. So what I mean by that is it's not outcome focused. We've talked about why it's important for the customer to be made to be the hero. We want to think about what's in it for them. When I say process focused, you know those websites, you go to them and they're like, hey, like I'm a drummer. Hey, if you come learn the drums with me, you will learn how to play Latin beats, rock beats, funk beats, drum and bass beats, jazz beats. We will start by doing practice pad work. We will work on your metronome playing. We will work on your sticking. We will work on your posture and your technique. And you're talking about all this stuff. It's like, no, that's not how we market ourselves. Imagine if you were trying to promote a tropical holiday. You don't sell it by going, hey, come on this tropical holiday. We will need you to pack your bags, stressfully load all the kids in the car, drive in traffic to the airport, wait in line for 3 hours, pay $15 for an egg sandwich at the airport that's overpriced. You don't talk about it like that. You talk about the actual outcomes. Like, hey, if you learn with me, we're going to learn to play some of your favorite songs. We're going to impress your friends and your family with your new drumming skills. We're going to have a whole lot of fun, and you're going to get the opportunity to play at a concert if you would like to. You're talking about outcomes, right? So don't be all process focused. Talk about the outcome you'll get for people. Last one, being way too long-winded. So there's so many websites where it's like, oh, what's this menu about? Lessons. And there's like 15 options come up. It's just like, wow, way too much. Or massive paragraphs that no one's going to read without spacing and different sizes and kind of beautifully displaying the design a bit better. Don't be long-winded. No one's going to read all of it. Even when you write your about page, don't write this massive essay about all the amazing things that you've done for yourself. You just write it in a way that the customer is like, oh, that sounds like a really cool place. The things that they're about, those are the things that I want. So in my about page, I talk about, hey, I had a music teacher that changed my life, so much so that I decided I wanted to build a music school and teach people in the same awesome style that he taught me. And now we've gone from here to here, and we've helped students achieve this and that, and we're really about this and that. And you describe the things and the experiences that students will have with you. That's how you're talking about an about page. You might sneak some things in, like, oh, I got a music degree, or hey, I played with these famous people, or hey, I've been doing this since 2001 or something like that. But those are like little things that you sprinkle in as you're talking about why they should care, what's in it for them. WIFM, what's in it for me? It's another acronym you can remember. So there we go. There's 10 of the most common studio websites mistakes, and go through, have a look at your own website now, have a bit of an audit, see if there's some easy tweaks that you can make. But make sure you go check out that Winning Websites course down below. Grab a free trial. If you've already had a free trial, sign up for the membership so that you can access it. And even if you just want to join for a week and go through it, it's really awesome. It's the best thing I've seen available for this sort of resource for our niche of teaching music lessons. You're going to see so many awesome curated ideas and tips and copy ideas and image ideas and everything. It's huge. So go check it out, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.